Hi, welcome to the tutorial on detailed body photo fitting. In this tutorial, I'll explain how you can take your full body photos and turn them into characters that you can animate on screen. Start off by entering the actor creator and select the Import Image option. Here, I have a regular image of a man standing in the default front pose. The first thing I'm going to have to do is mask out the background, much the same as in CrazyTalk 6. You can use the tools on the right-hand side to mask out any background. A good first step is to use the Fill tool and then adjust the tolerance to get as much of the background out as you can. I can zoom in on my image to correct minor details to give my character a cleaner look. After you've masked out the background, the first step will be to set the basic shape of your character. There are only 5 points to set here. The number 2 marker should be set somewhere around the lower neck rotation area. In the next step, you will rig the skeleton of your character. This essentially means that you will set the locations where all of your character's joint rotations will be. Place the markers on areas such as the shoulder, elbow, and hip joints. The last step is more detailed, but also very important. Here you will set the size of joints for your character, as well as select how much of your character's original material will be included with your final result. Use the marker boundaries to encompass all of your character's material, or else it won't be included with your final version. Also, remember to set the joints to a reasonable size, so that your limbs will have a better rotation result. Make sure that you have chosen the front or side character profile, depending on your stance. Then move to the next step, which is character masking. Here, you can click and rotate any joint to check for jagged edges or unwanted material. Simply use the tools similar to those from the background masker to edit out unwanted parts of your character. If you select a limb and then click Launch, your photo editing program will start up, and you can also make edits from there as well. Use this option to blend in your body parts better when they animate. You can also select the Paint tab in your masking window, where you will find tools such as Smear, Blur, and Erase. For photo characters, it's a good idea not to have too much shadow around the joint areas, as these may cause unwanted effects when rotating. Once you've finished all your masking, fitting, and remasking, you might want to save your actor project to avoid losing your work. That way you can load up your character again and make further edits if you see fit. After you've finished your masking and editing, move on to the calibration window to check the joint rotation of your character. You may manually select and rotate all of your character's joints, or use the preset joint calibration buttons at the top. If you're having trouble figuring out how to fit your unique photo, you can use the sample image as a good reference. This sample image demonstrates ideal character fitting and provides a good reference for any image. The actor fitting stage is the first step to creating your character. The most important thing is to have proper joint size and masking. The next step to creating a good-looking character is to import into the Character Prop Composer. Here, you have all the options available from the actor fitting window, but you can also transform different parts of your character to fit your desired size, such as give him a bigger, more cartoon-like head, like my character here. The Character Composer can be used to resize and reposition any part of your character, and it's also a useful way to rearrange the order of your limbs. If you look at the Stage Manager at the bottom right, you can see all of your character's parts arranged in order of hierarchy. If you think your character would look better with a certain limb below another, then you can change that here as well. You can also change the colors and properties of each individual part for different effects. Finally, I can apply a simple animation to my character and see the results on the stage. Characters also rely on different hand sprites for different positions. It just doesn't look natural if the hands are always facing the front. You can create your own hand library, or use the one included with CrazyTalk for human characters. Side actor fitting is essentially the same, with a few minor details. The ideal pose to use is something like the one shown here. Ensure that the feet are facing the same way, and the chest is mostly obscuring the rear shoulder. Here's another masking tip. If the material you wish to mask is the same color as your masking indicator color, then it may be difficult to see exactly what is masked and what isn't. Change the mask color to something else in order to see the indicators more clearly. In side actor fitting, your character's skeletal structure will be slightly different as well, due to the different pose. Your hip center should still be around the center of your character, however don't feel tempted to adjust it to one side, as this will result in lopsided animation. You will have different calibration motions in side mode, as you can see here. Make sure that you mask and edit accordingly, just as in the first example. Again, it's always a good idea to save the fitting profile of your character so you don't have to go through the masking and fitting process again. That's it for detailed body photo fitting. For info on how to fit characters in unconventional poses, check out our advanced body photo fitting tutorial.